Naaman and the River of Healing, a Bible story about faith and obedience. Have you ever been told to do something that seemed too simple to work? Maybe your parents told you to practice every day to get better at a sport. Or maybe your teacher gave you an easy answer that seemed too simple. Well, today's story is about a mighty warrior who almost missed a miracle because God's answer seemed too simple. Let's begin. A long time ago, there lived a man named Naaman. Naaman was the commander of a great army. He was brave. He was strong. He had won many battles. People respected him wherever he went. But Naaman had a problem. He had a skin disease called leprosy. No matter how powerful he was, he could not heal himself. One day, a young servant girl who had been taken from Israel worked in Naaman's house. She knew about God, and she knew about God's prophet, Elisha. The little girl said to Naaman's wife, "I wish my master could see the prophet in Israel. He could help him." When Naaman heard this, he was filled with hope. Maybe there was a way to be healed after all. Naaman told the king about what the servant girl had said. Soon he gathered gifts, horses, and servants, and began the long journey to Israel. When Naaman arrived, he expected something amazing. Maybe the prophet would come out and perform a great ceremony. Maybe he would wave his hands and instantly heal him. But something surprising happened. Elisha didn't even come outside. Instead, he sent a messenger with a simple message. "Go and wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River, and you will be healed." Naaman was shocked. "That's it?" he thought. He became angry. He had traveled all this way. He expected something grand and impressive. Instead, he was told to wash in a river. Naaman turned around and started heading home, but his servants spoke kindly to him. "Master," they said, "if the prophet had asked you to do something difficult, wouldn't you have done it? Why not try this simple thing?" Naaman stopped and thought. Maybe they were right. Maybe he should trust God's instructions. So Naaman went to the Jordan River once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Still nothing happened. But God had said 7 times. So Naaman dipped into the water one more time, 7 times. When he came up from the water, something amazing had happened. His skin was completely healed. The disease was gone. His skin looked healthy and clean. Naaman was overjoyed. He hurried back to Elisha. Now Naaman understood. The miracle had not come from a river. The miracle had come from God. Naaman said, "Now I know that there is no God in all the world except the God of Israel." That day Naaman learned something important. God wasn't looking for pride. God was looking for faith. After Naaman was healed, he was so thankful that he wanted to give gifts to Elisha. He brought silver, clothes, and many valuable things. But Elisha said, "No, thank you." Elisha wanted Naaman to understand that God's gift could not be bought with money. Naaman thanked Elisha and started his journey home. But Elisha's servant Gehazi saw all the gifts. He began thinking about the silver and the fine clothes. Soon, those thoughts grew stronger and stronger. Gehazi decided to run after Naaman. When he caught up to him, he told a story that wasn't true. He said Elisha needed some silver.
"My master has sent me. 2 young men from the mountains have just arrived. Please, take 2 talents of silver and garments."
Naaman gladly gave him the gifts. Gehazi happily took them and hid them away.
"Look at all this silver and these fine garments. A great blessing, Master. Indeed, let's carry it all."
Then he returned home as if nothing had happened. But God had seen everything. When Gehazi stood before Elisha, the prophet asked, "Where have you been?" Gehazi said, "Nowhere." that wasn't true. Elisha knew exactly what had happened. Gehazi had chosen greed instead of honesty. He had used God's miracle to get something for himself. Because of his dishonesty, Gehazi received the same skin disease that Naaman had been healed from. It was a sad consequence for making a wrong choice. Final lesson addition. The story of Naaman teaches us two important lessons. Naaman teaches us about faith and obedience. Gehazi teaches us about honesty and contentment. Naaman humbled himself and trusted God. Gehazi chose greed and dishonesty. One received a miracle, the other received a warning. Remember, Victory Kids, God cares not only about what we do, but also about what is in our hearts. A thankful heart brings joy. An honest heart honors God. And a faithful heart trusts God even when his instruction seems simple. That's why the story of Naaman isn't just about healing. It's also about choosing faith, honesty, and obedience every day.